going on, Jeromes? Happy 4th of July to my American friends. To everyone else, happy Friday. It's good either way. We got some Q&As. This is more like life and stuff. There's some Vikings tidbits tossed in there just so we can say hashtag on brand. But, you know, our first one up is from Huckleberry. I'll be your Huckleberry. Favorite 4th of July memory. Also, thanks for all you do. My old man and I live several states away, but are able to connect over your videos. Have been for years. Hey, Huckleberry, thanks for tuning in. Shout out to your pops as well. And we get comments and emails like this sometimes where it's like there is a familial connection, which is kind of cool. And I always wonder, like, what will my dad or grandpa think watching this content? They probably disagree with most of it. We got to run the ball. We got to run the ball like Chuck Foreman back in the day, Spin Doctor, a little Miss Camperone. I love that they call him the Spin Doctor. And every time I'm just like, it's one for you. Just go ahead now. Maybe that's generational. But I would say best 4th of July. There wasn't like a singular moment. I just remember as a kid, sparklers, fireworks, hot dogs, burgers, hanging out with the family, all this. I remember like a couple years that there was like a slip and slide involved. Like the kids slip and slide. You know what I mean? But other than that, just hanging with family, hanging with friends is hot. It's kind of the midpoint of summer when you were a kid. School around the corner. Like you had August and that's it. But on the football calendar, I mean, we got like 2 weeks. July 20th. Quarterbacks and rookies report to TCO. It's going to be good. Actually, they're probably already there. Yeah. Next, Zach. What's your go-to cut of meat to smoke? Mine's a chuck roast for how easy it is to make amazing. So, I kind of got back and forth on this. Like, initially when I first got into, just like every dude my age, getting into meat smoking, it's all about the brisket. It's all about the pork shoulder for pulled pork and all that stuff. But then you realize, like, I don't have 13 hours, So, I still love doing brisket. I will take a whole pack of brisket. That's the only time I like the word packer too. And we'll do a brisket on like Christmas, But overall, like I'm about quickness and stuff. So the chuck roast is fantastic, especially if you cut it into steaks. Same thing with a pork shoulder roast. Because I found you still get the barbecue flavor in a fraction of the time, and the kids like it. Plus, it's really quick and easy to do on a weeknight. Also found the boneless chicken thighs. Like Aldi has like a bag of frozen boneless chicken thighs. It's really easy to do. Where you thaw it, season up with rub, toss it on for an hour, and you're good to go. And the kids love that. So that's basically where we're at right now. I do like chuck and dicing them up and making burnt ends sort of deal. It's really easy to do. Plus, you finish them in a braise. Yeah, nice and tender. Good to go. Next, Dr. Ahmed, OG Jerome. I remember in the late 70s, the players of the team that made the playoffs gets paid by the NFL. If it's not from the team, does not count as part of the contract. I think it was $10,000 per player and increases until you win the Super Bowl. Is it still practice? And how much? Yes. So the players get paid in the playoffs, and it does not impact their salary. It does not impact the salary cap, and it does increase. So as of right now, 2025, according to the latest CBA, make the wild card, you get 49.5. Division winners 54.5. In the division round, 54.5. Conference championship 77 grand, and then Super Bowl. There's a little difference, which I kind of like this. Basically, you get an extra $75K if you win the Super Bowl. It's kind of nice stuff, right? And now, in the grand scheme of things, is this a ton compared to what the salaries are? No, but obviously the players do need to be compensated for additional games. So you kind of love it. So if you win the Super Bowl, all right, if you run the table, you make an extra $500,000. Let's go do that. There you go. North Star Teo. I know it's the middle of summer, but a preseason game, and the Twins suck, by the way. I mean, how can you be below 500 and yet a 13-game winning streak in the middle? Like, how? I guess It is kind of nice when the team is bad and there's there's a lot of apathy and they're like, the Pohlads, they need to sell the team. Tickets are cheap, which is kind of nice. Yeah, there you go. I know it's the middle of summer, but a preseason game at the end of the month has me all in on football already. So on the 31st, Thursday, Hall of Fame game, Lions versus Rams. Even though the Lions don't have any Super Bowl inductees this year. Are you bringing out the Vikings gear early, or are you still summer chilling? So I always bring out the Vikings gear, even though I get that we're not wearing a Vikings gear day. It's a special dispensation. But got the Kata jersey, got the Moss jersey all the time. Rocking the Kyrie intermittently. We got the hoodies. I mean, it's always Viking season here, right? And I feel like NFL basically is a year-round proposition, minus maybe a month, right, in the tail end of June, early July. But as we said, today, 16 days from today, Sunday, July 20th, quarterbacks and rookies report to TCO. Even though, like we said, most of them are already there. They're already there. Like, I'm waiting. Like, I must see the photos and the video of J.J. McCarthy getting together with the guys and throwing the ball, and Jordan Addison being on his best behavior. Addison's court date is on the 15th. It's literally written on my calendar. Yeah. Next. Zion Buck. Big firework guy, or just kind of see them pop around town? So, personally, I'm not like a big fireworks person. And I'm kind of glad that the eldest daughter is afraid of fireworks. Like launching them. She likes seeing the big time professional shows. So we'll go to fireworks. The local town, a bunch of local towns near us or local suburbs near us do really good fireworks show. So we're excited to go see that. Even though the youngest probably won't nap, so it's going to be a terror at like 10 o'clock. But I like my phalanges. You know what I mean? And plus, I never understood it. So, like, celebrate America by spending hundreds of dollars and sending it to China. I don't know. I just never really understood it. Or, the Simpsons line, celebrate the birth of your country by blowing up a small chunk of it. Which, that is pretty good. Yeah. Lastly, Hadrian S. OG Jerome. Actually, he was at the last Jeromes meetup, which we need to do again. The drum shall rise again. I don't know. Skull Andy, would you rather have Rad Tarkin or Paul Allen as a guest on your podcast? So, a PA was on the show like years ago, like back when with the format was different, and we actually had like having guests as opposed to just gripping and ripping it down in the basement. Whoa! I meant doing solo videos. But PA, I see him intermittently at Canterbury. But PA's a cool guy. It's awesome. And his story will never be replicated. Like now, today, like announcers are always prim and proper and polished and all that stuff. And, PA came up as a racetrack announcer and radio guy. And then eventually he was the voice of the Vikings. Like that'll never happen again. Right. Tarkin, I would want to talk to Tarkin just to talk, not to make hashtag content, but just have a conversation about life. You know what I mean? Because Tark. Also, I don't want to be like Chris Farley from the SNL sketches. Like, hey, remember when you scrambled it around and did that thing? That was awesome. But that's the thing too. Like, I would talk to Tarkenton. I would talk to Alan Page. I would talk to Carl Eller. The late great Jim Marshall. Would love to talk to him just about life, not even about football, because. Just imagine how many jabroni conversations they've had about football. It's like, hey, you remember when you did that? That was cool. Yeah, as opposed to just talking about life and getting their 2 cents about things. Because, Tark, he's lived a good life, right? And that's the whole thing. Like, talk about respect for your elders. And when you're young, you never believe it, right? But now that I'm starting to become an elder, it makes sense. Right, so we're like, I guess we are like halftime. Like, I should be entitled to a midlife crisis, right? Like, am I gonna go trade in the truck for a Corvette? Is that what we're gonna do? But I don't know. Like, once you get a little bit older, you do get a little bit wiser, and do realize that, hey, there's some really good advice from people who have lived life, as opposed to just thinking that you know everything. It's going to be good. There you go. So I don't know what we accomplished, but happy 4th of July. You guys are the best. A little Q&A session. Love you guys. The Jeromes are the absolute best. Oh, the Vikings just put out their Happy Independence Day. Hey, declare independence from pain and failure and win a freaking Super Bowl. Maine. That's what we're talking about. Anyways, you guys are great. Skull, production value.